Guys, and welcome back to my channel Aviation Mentors. Guys, in today's video we will be discussing about nautical mile. So let's discuss and start the video. So what is a nautical mile? So as per ICAO, let's see what is ICAO. For your information, ICAO is your international, let me just write it down for you guys. It is the International Civil Aviation Organization. Okay, so according to the ICAO, what they have defined a nautical mile is, it is the distance of 1852 meter. So that is the simple definition they have given. So I'm going to write down that definition for you. As per as per ICAO, one nautical one nautical mile is 1000, or you can say is a measure of distance, of 1852 meter. So this is the definition as per the ICAO, and you can go and check it online as well on the ICAO glossary, or you can go to the ICAO website and check it, and I have downloaded that for you guys as well. So have a look. So see, this is the definition as per the ICAO. All right, so it is the measure of distance of 1852 meters. So let us just highlight that part. See, the length equal to 1852 meters exactly. It is known as your nautical mile, and abbreviation is NM, as you all know. And this is up till 2010 ICAO 2010 official definition. This is in the annexure 5 units of measurement to be used in air and ground operation. And 1 nautical mile is your this we will talk about convergence, that is your 6080 feet. But what we take is as per up till now, just remember this, that the length of the nautical mile is equal to 1852 meter, and we will talk about feet and kilometers later on. Okay, now this was the definition as per the ICAO. So very important, remember this, that 1 nautical mile is equal to 1852 meter. Now guys, let us understand exactly from where this 1852 meter comes. So for understanding this, I'm going to draw a circle for you. So this is the circle. All right, so this is, let's suppose I'm assuming that this is my great circle. All right, so now there is another definition for your nautical mile. So let's draw the equator as always. So we have drawn a equator. So as per the other definition, it is the arc of the great circle, or you can say a meridian, which subtends an angle of 1 minute at the center of the earth. So first of all, I am going to write the definition and then explain you. So have a look here. So it is the arc of the great circle. It is the arc of the great circle, or the meridian. It is the arc of the great circle or the meridian, which which subtends an angle of which subtends an angle of 1 minute at the center. So before you guys get confused, let me just tell you, I have told you in my previous videos that whenever you write coordinates or the angle which defines your latitude and longitude, they're always written in your degree, minutes and second. So guys, always remember one thing, that your 60 minute makes 1 degree. Okay, 60 minutes make 1 degree. So this is the important thing that you need to remember. And these are not the minute and angle of the clock that I have already told you. So 60 minute will make up 1 degree of yours. So basically, if you divide a degree, you can divide 1 degree into 60 minutes. Okay, so now understand the definition. It is the arc of the great circle or the meridian which subtends an angle of 1 minute at the center. So guys, let us take for example equator. So if I, this is my center of the earth, and I'm going to take up, let's say, okay, let me just take up a different color. So if let's suppose this is a point and this is your great circle we have drawn, and this is the arc which is subtending an angle of 1 minute. So this distance, now arc of the great circle, guys, this is the great circle. Okay, we have drawn this circle as a great circle, and you know that a great circle is a circle which divides earth into two equal halves and has the same center and radius as that of the earth. So this was the 1 minute angle subtended by this arc at the center of the earth, and this 1 minute angle is known as your 1 nautical mile. Now guys, I have told you that this is our equator. So guys, when you subtend an angle of 1 minute from the equator, the value is not exactly 1852 meter. It comes out to be somewhere around 1843 meter. Okay. Now let us take an example and subtend a angle of 1 minute from the, suppose this is your 45-degree latitude. So let me subtend an angle of 1 minute from the 45-degree latitude. So let me just take up a different color pen. Okay, so guys, this is your 45-degree position, or you can say 45-degree latitude. We have subtended an angle of 1 minute. So now when you calculate this 1 minute distance, now we know that this 1 minute is your 1 nautical mile. But at the equator, this 1 minute comes out to be 1843 meter, and at the 45-degree latitude, guys, it comes out to be 1852 meter, which is as per the ICAO definition. Now let us take what value comes at the pole. So if I project an angle of 1 minute at the center, 1 minute at the center from the poles, this value, this comes out to be 1862 meter. 1862 meter. So guys, see, we have got three different values of 1 minute. At poles, which is marked in green, we have 1862, we have 1862 at poles, we have 1843 at the equator, and we have 45-degree latitude 1852. So guys, now the ICAO has adopted the value of 1852 meter for all the purposes, because it is the average value, or it is the between value from the poles to the equator. So the value which we have to take is the 1852 meter value. All right. Now guys, why I am telling you that from the equator it is 1843 meter and why at poles it is 1862 meter, because this is a very important point. So first of all, I'm going to write it down for you guys. At equator, 1 minute is nothing but your 1843 meters. So the 1 minute is nothing but your 1 nautical mile as per the definition. At poles, guys, at poles, this 1 minute or 1 nautical mile comes out to be 1862 meter. And at 45-degree latitude, this 1 minute or 1 nautical mile comes down to be 1852 meter. So as you can see, guys, as you go higher up in the sorry, as you go higher up in the higher up in the altitude, your 1 nautical mile increases in the distance, because the value is more at poles as compared to that at the equator. Okay, so this is a point that you need to remember, that length of nautical mile, that the length of nautical mile is more at height, is more at height. So if you go from equator, see, you're going from equator to the pole, the value of the nautical mile is increasing. It is coming 1862 at the poles, whereas it was 1843 meter at the equator. But for all the calculation purposes and everything, we take a standard of 1852 meter. Guys, the important thing that you guys need to remember is, if somebody asks you what is a nautical mile, you should tell them that it is nothing but it is an arc of the great circle or a meridian which subtends an angle of 1 minute at the center of the earth. So the angle, or you can say arc, of 1 minute is known as your nautical mile. So now have a look here, guys. This is very important. So we have seen that your 1 minute is known as your 1 nautical mile. Now, if I multiply this by 60, 60 minute is your 60 nautical mile. And we know that, see, I have told you that your 60 minute is 1 degree. So your 1 degree is your 60 nautical mile. This is very important, guys. Okay, so let me just draw a box, and this is important. Always remember this thing. Okay, 1 minute is 1 nautical mile. Let me just highlight that for you. Okay, 1 minute is your 1 nautical mile. 60 minute is 60 nautical miles, and 60 minute means 1 degree is your 60 nautical mile. So very important point, guys, please remember this. And now, as we know that we this was the second point, guys, that as you go more at a height, the value of the nautical mile increases. All right, and we have done this conversion. Now there are another thing that you need to remember is that 1 nautical mile is your 6080 feet. This is the standard, and these are the values that you have to remember. And trust me, guys, these values, that 1 degree is your 60 nautical mile, 1 nautical mile is your 6080 feet, and 1 nautical mile is your 1.852 kilometers. These values has to be in your mind always, because all the numericals that you're going to solve, all the 1 mark question, 2 mark question, if you don't remember these values, guys, you will mess up your exam. So this is very important. Please write down all the values, fair it up what I'm writing right now on the screen. These are very important. So 1 nautical mile is your 6080 feet, and as we know that 1 nautical mile is a 1852 meter. So if we want to convert this into a kilometer, guys, so we will just divide it by 1000. So 1 nautical mile is your 1.852 kilometer. Okay, and another thing is, guys, if you can convert this into centimeter as well, so 1 nautical mile will be 185,200 centimeter. But this value nobody will ask, but at least these three values, see, these three values are really important. 1 nautical mile 6080 feet, 1 nautical mile 1852 meter, and 1 nautical mile is 1.852 meter. And these values you have to remember by heart, guys. Now there is one more thing, guys. There is a unit which is known as your statute mile. Okay, so I think you must have heard it. This is known as your statute mile. Now what is this unit? First of all, guys, you know the statute mile unit is not used in aviation. Okay, so this unit of the statute mile, it is used in your marine means your shipping. Okay, so all your ships and everything, like in the aviation or in the flying, we use the nautical mile. In the shipping or in the marine, we use the statute mile. So in the statute mile, there is only one thing that you need to remember, that your one statute mile is 5280 feet. So this is the value that you need to remember for the statute mile. So guys, these conversion, please remember them. I'm going to again tell you these conversion, that 1 nautical mile is your 6080 feet, 1 nautical mile is your 1852 meter, 1 nautical mile is 1.852 kilometer, and one statute mile is your 5280 feet. Okay, now guys, now moving on further with this topic, guys, there is a term which you all are familiar with, which is known as a kilometer. Now, what is a kilometer? What is the definition of a kilometer as per ICAO, and what is the, how to calculate a kilometer? Now, guys, see, as per the definition, it is, I'm going to first write down the definition, then I will explain you. It is 1 by 10,000. A kilometer is, it is 1 by 10,000 part of average distance. It is 1 by 10,000 part of average distance between equator, and either pole. So guys, this definition, and either pole, this definition is the definition which is given by the DGCA. What exactly has ICAO has given its definition in the Annexure 5? I have not checked it out, but I will let you know. Okay, but this is the DGCA definition that you need to remember. It is the 1 by 10,000 part of average distance between equator and either pole. Okay, so now let us do one thing. Let us understand this thing. So what I'm going to do is, this is the your circle, and let me just take up a different color marker quickly. Okay, now guys, see, this is your, let me just remove this. Yeah, so this is your equator and this is your pole. So now pole means, okay, let me just write down the north here, that would be better. Okay, just a second. All right, so guys, this is the north and this is the south. So guys, from this pole to the equator, this distance is, if you calculate this distance will come down as 10,000 kilometer. Okay, this distance will come down as a 10,000 kilometer. From the pole to the equator, it is 10,000 kilometer. Now have a look at the definition. It says it is 1 by 10,000 part of the average distance between equator and either pole. Okay, this either pole. So the average distance between the pole and the equator is calculated as 10,000 kilometer. So if you solve this, this comes down to be a kilometer. So this is the definition of a kilometer. I know it's quite amusing or funny, but it is what it is. Okay, so just remember this. So two things that we need to remember from the exam point of view is that the average distance between the pole to the equator is your 10,000 kilometer, and the another thing that you guys need to remember is that a kilometer is nothing but your 1/10,000 part of the average distance of this, and if you solve this, it will be a kilometer. Okay, so now we have understood the kilometer and we have understood the nautical mile. So, guys, please, these values are really important. I want you guys to go through all these values and memorize them. So, just for the summary sake, guys, I'm going to write down all the values for you once again. So, please have a look here. So one first value is 1 nautical mile. 1 nautical mile, please remember, it is 1852 meter. Then the second value that you need to remember is that 1 minute is your 1 nautical mile. So 60 minute you will have your 60 nautical mile, and 60 minute is equal to 1 degree, so your 1 degree is your 60 nautical mile. And then you have to remember that a nautical mile is nothing but your 6080 feet. That is important. And a nautical mile is nothing but your 1.852 kilometer, and one statute mile is nothing but your 5280 feet. So these are the important values that you guys have to memorize very well in order to perform well in the basic navigation. Okay, so remember these guys, and let us just quickly go through what we did today. So today we studied about the nautical mile. So guys, as per the ICAO, we have seen, as per the ICAO, 1 nautical mile is the measure of distance of 1852 meter, and here I have shown you guys the actual ICAO paper, which says according to annexure 5, units of measurement to be used in air and ground operation. ICAO 2010 official definition says the length equal to 1852 meter exactly. And another definition is it is the arc of the great circle or meridian which subtends an angle of 1 minute at the center. Now, if you subtend 1 minute from the equator, it is 1843 meter. Remember these value also, guys. They will ask you in the exam. 1843 meter. If you subtend an arc of 1 minute from the 45-degree latitude, it will be 1852 meter, and if you subtend an arc of 1 minute from the pole, it will be 1862 meter. So remember all these value, and what we have seen is as we go the higher up at the height, the length of nautical mile is more at a height. So let me just highlight this. Length of nautical mile is more at a height, and then these are all the values that you need to remember, conversion values. And remember, statute mile is used in your marine and shipping, not in the aviation. And we have defined the kilometer, that it is nothing but from the pole to equator. Remember that your average distance is your 10,000 kilometer. So 10,000 kilometer, guys, and you take the 10,000 part of it, that is the definition of your kilometer. And these are all the important values that you need to remember. So guys, now we have finished up with the nautical mile. The only topic that is left now is your Shillong and Shilat and Rumbline distance and your great circle distance. So most probably tomorrow I will be finishing up with these chapter, and we will be done with this chapter of basic navigation, and we will start with the fresh chapter. So guys, please, if you're watching this video and you're liking the content, please do like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Please go and watch my previous video and support the channel. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a good day. Bye bye.